Hi y'all, Tracey, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. Another not great weigh-in this week, honestly. My husband and I have been talking this morning, and I am trying to figure out the easiest way to kind of change my mindset about being at home. For me, it seems that me being at home equates to not tracking, not portioning snacks, and that's kind of dangerous. Thankfully, I only gained a half a pound, so it's not as bad as it could have been. But, I mean, it's still not good. So I think what I'm going to try to do this week is I am going to, obviously I am planning my meals. I need to go a little more in depth because what I did the other day was, I did several days of kind of winging it as far as breakfasts and lunches. And the downside about that, it's because I kept deciding that I wasn't going to eat until I was hungry, and then I wouldn't get hungry until almost lunchtime, and that's not beneficial for me. So I think I may go back to this week to doing some smoothies for breakfast. They're not super filling for me, but it's enough. It'll give me something to break the fast, but still give me, not make me so full that I can't, or I'm not going to be hungry at lunchtime. Good things about this week is that my husband and I would go for a walk before we logged on, or before we went to the office, I should say. That should have been in air quotes. So we would go for a walk, generally 20-ish minutes at least. We'd take the dogs for a walk before we started our work day. And then every hour when my Fitbit would buzz me, or sometimes before, I would say, "Hey honey, let's go for a short walk." And we would go for a walk for about an hour. It helped. It kept me motivated to kind of move. I didn't do it so much on Friday, which I was hurting. My downside is I think I'm actually going to have to set a timer on my phone or something, because my husband typically works from like 8 to 6. Those are his office hours, and then he only works like a half a day on Fridays. But for me, I typically work from 8:30 to 5 with a half hour for lunch. Well, part of my problem is I'm sitting in the chair you see me sitting in right now. I've been sitting here all the time. Like, I get up, I'll start dinner. Like, I started the falafel the other night, and then came back and sat back down and worked some more. So I have to set a reminder, I think, for me to log out. Worst case scenario, I need to log out by 6 o'clock. But I have committed myself. Thank you, Jan and Move Studios. I have committed myself to do workout classes this week virtually. So I think that will help, because I have not been getting up like I was for a few weeks. And you know what? I really should. I really should get up, because that's a good way to start my work day out. Get my workout in, then get my shower. I could still go walk the dogs. It would still be beneficial for them. But, I'm realizing, especially for the coming week, that some things really have to change this week. Because honestly, I don't want to get back to where I was before. I don't want to consistently have trouble breathing. I don't want to be in pain when I try to walk. It's not a good scenario. We have, however, when we've been walking, we have been socially distancing, trying to stay away from other people, for that matter, quite honestly, and not to make any of my neighbors feel bad, but when I see them coming, I kind of go the other direction, or turn down another street. And it's not that I'm afraid of them, you don't know right now who may not be feeling well, or whatever, and it's not a risk I want to take. So yeah, short version, I gained a half a pound this week. It is what it is. I'm not going to completely freak out about it, but I know where I was lax this week. I was lax in my tracking. I was lax in actually what I was eating, because I was having a lot of snacks that I would not have ordinarily have done. Like I wanted potato chips so bad the other day, but I let myself have them. I fixed myself a ham sandwich. I had it on a saucer, not a big plate, so there wasn't a lot of room, and I had just a small serving of potato chips. They were the standard, not the baked. They were the standard potato chip. But I feel like that's what I needed. And I had some peanuts this week, which I normally, that's not something I normally do. So, yeah. Tracking is definitely going to be key. The other thing that I have figured out this week is I have to come up with a better system for myself for keeping track of my water, because that has also been problematic this week. So most days I at least get in 2 of these, and that's 60 ounces. But normally, like during the work day, I drink like 90 ounces of water. So I got to figure out a way to increase that. So yeah, we're kind of a work in progress around here. I'm sorry, there's a glare and I can't. Okay. Anyway, so I gained a half a pound. I have a game plan this week. I have to make it work. Also, if anybody has any additional suggestions for kind of changing up the schedule, like I said, I think if I set myself a timer, or an alarm that goes off, that I can, check out, hey, it's time. The other thing that my husband and I were talking about doing, and I think it's more a mental game, I guess, is we were talking about putting painter's tape in my little office space here, so that I know when I step out of this zone, I'm no longer working, which is kind of problematic because I have to sit here to do my videos and stuff too. So anyway, it's all a work in progress, but right now I think that I may need that so that I can think about what I'm eating. Because, like I said, during my work day, when I'm at work, a lot of times I may have an afternoon snack, but I don't have a morning snack. And so I feel like I haven't really been planning well for those things, so that's something I really need to think about this week. Anyway, please let me know how y'all did this week. I hope you had a better week than me, as far as the scale goes. Next week, though, definitely I'm hoping to break through some barriers. at least the mental one. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Thanks so much for watching.